Okay, everyone, welcome to the last trading week in February. And from what I'm seeing on my charts, you could see I drew a trend line from this place and market bounced off this place. Then I drew another trend line from here. Market gold is currently bullish, and from what I'm seeing, I think if market can come to this trend line and the pressure is not that much, gold can literally drop down and probably just a retracement down to continue the movement up, or we can see a flush to the downside. But before I do that, this is like checking the charts to analyze. I want to quickly show you guys something I've been working on and see if we could use it in the coming week to know the direction of the market. I came up with this because I don't just want to be analyzing the charts just by looking at the charts. I want to have something else I can rely on so that when I see my setups in a particular day of the week, I can um I can be confident that this particular day is going to be a profitable day for me. And I came up with this data. So in the first week of January, this is for gold, the first week of January, we could see that the low of the week formed on Monday and then the high of the week formed on Friday. So using that data for the coming week, the second week in January, we had the low of the week on Friday, then the high of the week on Wednesday. The third week, we had the low of the week on Monday, we had the high of the week on Friday, and then in the fourth week, we had the low of the week on Friday, and then the high of the week on Wednesday. Then the general summary of the month was the low of the month formed on the 8th of January, which is on a Thursday, and then the high of the month formed on the 29th of January, which is also on a Thursday. So this data, I tried interpreting it and I saw that if I had paid attention to what the days are telling me, I could have capitalized on those days for the coming week. So for the first week, the low of the week formed on Monday, the high of the week formed on Friday. That's enough data for me to say the coming week, I will pay so much attention to Monday and Friday. So if I get a trade on Monday, if I get a setup on Monday, I'll be confident to take that setup, knowing fully well that the past week gave me that kind of data. And if you could see the coming week, the low of the week formed on Friday, the high of the week formed on Wednesday. So if I had gotten a trade on Wednesday, I could confidently hold because I know that Friday is an important day for my data. So holding a trade on Wednesday, even if I've taken partials, I can still set break even and expect my trade to run through to Friday because Friday is also an important day. Then the coming week, now that I have Monday and Friday and also Wednesday, I know that the coming week, if I get any trade on Monday, since Wednesday is showing in my data now, I would pay reference to Wednesday, probably to take partials. And if I take partials and market does not come back to my entry, I can confidently hold to Friday because Friday is also an important day in my data. So and then the coming week, which was the third week, markets formed the low of the week on Monday, and then we had the high of the week on Friday. So if I'm taking partials on Wednesday based on the fact that I had an information on Wednesday, I will still be in profits throughout the week because Friday, the trade was still running to Friday. Then the coming week, I'll pay attention to Monday, also Friday, Wednesday. So the coming week, which was the fourth week and the last week of the month, I had the low of the week. We had the low of the week on Friday, the high of the week on Wednesday. So if I had gotten any trade on Wednesday for sales, I would confidently hold because same thing happened the second week of January, where Wednesday from the high of the week and Friday from the low of the week. So getting a trade here for sales on the fourth week, I would confidently hold till Friday. But I just think this is something I can work towards so that even coming weeks, I can say, okay, these are the days I'll be actively present in the charts to know if I can get a setup on this particular day. I don't just wake up every morning and say, okay, I want to look for setup. And even if I get a setup, I close at 100 or 200 pieces of trade and I feel like market is going to reverse. These are things that can give me confidence. So I watched it throughout January and I saw it that, okay, let me see if I can use this for February also. So for February, the first week of February, knowing fully well that I have Monday, Fridays, Wednesdays for as important days to analyze and take my setups, I will know that, okay, the first week of February, if I get a setup on Monday, I will confidently take it. And where will I take my partials? I'll take my partials on Wednesday because I have Wednesday is also a very important day and I can hold to Friday. And then we got that on first week Monday. Market formed the low of the week, and if I had gotten any trade on Monday, I should have taken my partials on Wednesday, because Wednesday formed is very important, and market dropped from this high on Wednesday, dropped all the way to Friday. So if I had gotten a setup here again on Wednesday, I should confidently be able to hold. So still working with the same Monday, Friday, and Wednesday. Going to the second week, I'll pay more attention to those days. So on Monday, the data didn't give us anything on the low, but we could say that on the high of the second week formed on Wednesday, and the low of the week formed on Thursday. So if I had gotten any trade on Wednesday, I would confidently hold till Friday, and probably if I'd seen much profit um, by Thursday evening, I can take partials and close. But if I had held till Friday, I think it was still a good trade for me, because I think market really moved in the second week of February. Now, going into the third week, we have Thursday showing in our data, which is the first time Thursday is going to be showing. So we can pay reference to Thursday, the third week. We pay reference to Thursday, the coming week, which is the third week of February. And you can see that. So far, so good. If you are not working with January's data, plainly February's data, we would say Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are very important days in February, but based on what we have in January, we can say that Fridays are also important days. So, but we've not gotten any Friday, so we should just work with what we see. Then on the third week of um, February, market formed the low of the week on Tuesday, and then it formed the high of the week on Friday. So if I had gotten any trade on Wednesday, which is in the third week of February, Wednesday, I can confidently hold. If it is a buy setup, I can confidently hold, because I know that Wednesdays are very, very important day. I might not have taken a trade on Tuesday, because Tuesday has never shown in our data. So I might have waited till Wednesday and gotten a trade to hold to Friday. So that's what we have so far, so good. And all this is just to analyze the chart outside looking the chart. And this, I call this thinking outside the box, because I see that every analysis that people make aside the fundamental analysis, they go straight to the chart. But I also want to have something that I will be looking at that gives me confidence to hold my trades during the week, and days I can pay attention to in the week. So pay attention to my channel. I'll be doing this every week, and at the end of the month, I'll be doing this so that we can have days we want to pay attention to before we start even analyzing the chart. Okay, so the fourth week of which is the last week of February, what can we expect? Now let's check the last week of January. Last week of January, we saw the low of the week on Friday, and then the high of the week on Wednesday. So Friday, Wednesday, same thing happened on the second week of January. So let's check the second week of February, with Wednesday, Thursday. So this coming week, I'm going to pay so much attention to Thursdays and to Thursday and Wednesday, because um, it's very, very important on the chart. So on Monday, I might not really take actions. And even if I do take actions on Monday and Tuesdays, based on the fact that I have Tuesday here, I think I think I can pay attention to Tuesday also. I'll pay attention to Tuesday also, but I will really pay more attention on Wednesday and Thursday because of the past data I have. Do you understand? So if I get the setup on Monday, let's say I get the buy setup on Monday, I would hold I would confidently hold my trade to Wednesday, yeah, to Wednesday. But I think I'll prefer to get my setups on Wednesday and Thursday based on this data I've shown. So let's see how at the end of the week I'm going to update this table, and we are going to see what really happened. So remember, Thursday and Wednesday, one of them should show here. One of them should show here now. So now that we've done that, let's go to the chart and see what we can expect on gold this week. I'm sorry this took a lot of your time. This is the first time I'm doing it, so subsequent ones will not take this long. So let's quickly go to the chart and see what we can expect. All right, like I said I've drawn a trend line. I think I got this trend line from 4 hours time frame. Was it 4 hours time frame? And if you are seeing me using a trend line for the first time to analyze, well, It happens like that sometimes. But I don't really use trend lines, but I just saw it and I was like, okay, let me just pay attention to it because all right. So the first thing I'm seeing is the fact that on 4 hours we've not gotten a breakout. We've not gotten a breakout like of a swing high from this low. We've not gotten a breakout. This is the current ones that are forming, and from this breakout we could see the market retraced down and went straight to the top. And from this top we could see the market came down again to this region and is trying to come and haunt this top. So this top and this top is more like a trend line liquidity that market is trying to come and grab. Yeah. So if you've been in the trade for a buy since what day was this? Um, okay, so Friday markets kept pushing up even on Friday. You can take your profits somewhere around there. But there's one thing I'm seeing on gold. If gold could take this high, if gold takes this high and gives us a retracement down, there's a possibility that we'll push up one more time again. So, or better still, if you get a retracement from here, you get a retracement from current price because there's a liquidity here the market has just grabbed. If you get a retracement here, I can still expect one more push up to this trend line. I can expect one more push up, but if market opens and does this, then we can just expect a retracement before market continues up. So now here, this is how the data I showed earlier, this is how it's going to work. So if market opens on Monday and keeps pushing up to this point, and maybe or a POI above this trend line, and it does that till Tuesday, or let's say Tuesday, if market gets here on Tuesday or maybe at the end of Monday, yeah, let's say Monday, at the end of Monday, if you see a sell setup here, you can confidently take your sell setup here and wait till what day? Wednesday. So on Wednesday, if you get a buy setup here, you can follow them up. And if market opens on Monday and we didn't see a breakout and we just see market retracing, on Wednesday or Thursday, if market still keeps coming down, you can look for a buy setup all the way up. So that's going to be my analysis for gold. And if you want me to do more of this analysis on other pairs, just like considering the data I showed earlier and then using it to know where the market is going to go, you can just put it in the comment section. I'm going to consider doing it. So, like I said, once again, this coming week, pay attention to Wednesday, Thursday, and then let's add one more day. So it won't just be 2 days. Let's add one more day. Day. Let's check the one that is more consistent aside Wednesday. Let's check. I think that will be so we have Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. So I think Wednesday, Thursday is going to be. I've mentioned that earlier. I will not really rely on Monday because Monday has only shown once, and I'll just wait to see if Monday can give me um, something nice. So just to reset the chart, then Tuesday, yes. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be a very good day to watch out for in this coming week. So yeah, that'll be all. That'll be all for this week, and I will see you guys next week. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.